Or anytime you get into a subject, it's probably best to start from general and move into specifics. So let's do that. We just had an intro. Now let's look at sex in culture, specifically in the 21st century. One observation I think you'll agree with is that our culture is an extremely feeling culture. We put a high premium on feeling something. And I don't know if you're in American Idol or not. I watched this last season, and a predominant common thing that came through on each show is, make me feel something. Sing a song that helps me to feel something. I want to feel something. And that's what sexuality in the 21st century is all about. It's about feeling something. Problem is, the more we get saturated in our own cultural sexuality, the more difficult it becomes to actually feel anything. You see this in relationships, specifically with men. They become non-feeling. And we lack intimacy in our relationships. When we're overstimulated or oversaturated in an area of life, it becomes more difficult to actually feel something. Sometimes we just don't want to feel. And we get into the situation where, you know what, I just as soon shut down and escape. Sex can do that for us as well. It can be an escape. And sometimes, and often, we want to feel something, but some of us have difficulty getting in touch with those feelings. And this is what makes relationships so very, very complex. So not only are we a feeling culture and put a high premium on emotion and feeling experience, we also need to be more of a thinking culture. Now, these videos are intended to inform you, but not only inform you for information's sake, they're there to inform you, to get you to think. You should think after listening to some of these videos in a very objective manner. And the reason I address sex in culture is because culture and its perception of sexuality is so pervasive, sometimes we have difficulty making up our own mind. It's almost as though the culture has imposed on us a mindset, and I'm going to call time out for you and for me, say, hey, whoa, let's stop. And let's individually think about what it is about this specific topic that is so important. Sometimes when we don't think, we only react. And we don't want to be reactive people. We want to be proactive people. So the information we give you on this section of the Life Points website is meant for you to proactively look at your life in a very objective manner. Culture knows that sex sells. Sex equals money. Money is pervasive in culture. Therefore, sex is primary in culture. And most of what we learn about sexuality starts at a very early age, and the teacher or the sexual mentor in our life is the media or the culture itself, be it film, television, what some people call reality television. They become our mentors or coaches in the area of sexuality. I want to encourage you to step out of that for just a moment as you look through this site and objectively think about this very important subject. Is reality TV really reality? Let's think about that. Is there another perspective? I'm going to offer you a more balanced approach to understanding human sexuality, its origination, and its intent and motivation by God Himself. Don't be threatened by it. I think you're going to find it quite interesting, actually, and for that matter, extremely unexpected. Sex in culture. How much does culture impose upon you a definition of sexuality, a definition of healthy sexuality, and to what extent have you thought through these issues on your very own? For it affects you on a personal level, on a relational level, a physical level, and a spiritual level. As you move through these videos, we'll get deeper into the subject as we move from general to specific.